You're listening to the Gentleman's Corner podcast, where two men are on a quest to rule the world. Tune in every Monday for a new episode.
Woo! Welcome everyone to the Gentleman's Corner. Don't you just love that intro we have for this show?
Great intro. I'm really glad the way it turned out.
Wickedly smart. Wickedly smart. Well, I'm going to have another beer. As I was just telling you before we start recording here, I've already had 2 shots of vodka. I've had a Moscow Mule, a different drink with another shot, a cider. Now I'm going to do my tall boy. It's just a tradition at this point for me to keep always having a beer during our Monday night podcast show.
Right now I'm sipping on a peach juice box.
Nice. Playing it sober.
Oh yeah, Costco style.
God. Oh, Costco. Oh man, I was in there the other day. Holy shit. I remember if you go back a month ago, going to Costco in general for me is like the biggest pain in the ass.
I hate it.
I hate dealing with the amount of people going there with the giant carts. I know the store's huge, but it's like going to Walmart as well. You know it's going to be busy, you know it's going to be crowded, you know it's going to be shitty.
I've been putting it off though, just because of Corona.
Well, yeah, I don't want to wait in line either. You know, I don't want to get Corona either, but I hate waiting in line for 20 minutes or more just to get in a store.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're in a like communist country or something. Have to wait in line for your food.
Yeah. At least the gas line hasn't been as bad.
No, the gas line hasn't been too bad. No one needs gas. No one's traveling.
Exactly. Except gas prices are slowly going up.
Yeah, man, I was enjoying it the last couple months. Like, even though I couldn't even go anywhere, I wasn't really going anywhere to use the gas.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was just
tank with $30.
Yeah, no, it was just really nice knowing that it was going to be cheap whenever I filled it. Now it's like back up to like normal where it once was.
Speaking about cheap gas, my dad and I are purchasing that scooter.
Oh my god. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. Your dad wants to get a scooter.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I got a story. I know, like we talked about it. I used to have a scooter. And I don't remember if did you ever ride with me on my scooter?
I never rode with you, but I always seen you brapping up the hill.
Brapping up the hill at like 30 kilometers an hour at the steepest part.
Yeah. Should be fun.
I love that thing. I had an Aprilia. I got that the moment I got my full license. Like I couldn't get it when I had my beginners. And then the moment I got my fulls, I wanted a vehicle so bad. And we'll talk about like my first shitty car. That'd be something we should bring up.
Oh,
but first thing I bought was an Aprilia 50cc scooter. Because you don't need a bike license.
No, you can start driving at like 14.
Yeah. Like you can get a different, I don't know what it's called, but you can get a different type of license that grants you permission before you're even 16.
Which is crazy. 14-year-old being legally able to drive on roads wherever you want, really. Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so I'm gonna I ordered a car cover for my car. Yeah. I'm gonna detail it really nice and cover that up for the summer just to save on some insurance and just use the scooter.
You're gonna use it.
Yeah, we're both pitching in on it.
Man, I wish I still had mine. I sold it for a bike, and holy shit, I couldn't even ride that.
Like a motorbike?
Yeah, I got a 450 Honda Magna.
Oh yeah.
I sold the scooter, got that, and then I got in a car accident. And that raised my insurance, and I couldn't afford the bike anymore.
Yeah, when I had my bike. It was just as much as the car for insurance.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the scooter's $200 a year. Which is nothing.
Oh my god! Like my scooter was like, it was $300 a year.
Yeah.
Insurance is super cheap. Gas is super cheap, and as long as you're living in like city limits, it's the perfect vehicle.
Well, ours goes up to 70 kilometers an hour.
Not well. I know that they've gotten a lot more efficient with their power. I only said like 30 kilometers an hour because we have a lot of hills here, right?
Oh, the whole city's a hill.
And you're gonna the whole city's a hill, and you're gonna realize that there's certain paths to get uptown that will be more convenient for you. And you're gonna realize going through certain suburbs and stuff is gonna be easier because when we go up these fucking giant hills, if you choose the main road here. Everyone behind you is going to be either honking their horn, flipping you off, and all this other shit.
Whatever.
Whatever. You can say fuck it. For me, like, I was worried I was going to get hit because everyone was always passing me.
Yeah.
So I found alternate routes. God, I missed that thing.
Taking the side roads and little subdivisions.
What kind of scooter is it?
It's a Yamaha. Let me just get the name out here. Yamaha Zuma 50cc.
Nice. How much is that?
We're getting it for $2,400, and it's a 2017. Man. It's got like 10,000 kilometers on it.
Oh my god, that's a wicked deal.
Yeah. No.
Does he have two of them?
No, just one.
Oh man. We can be scooter buddies.
I know. You got to get another one.
We can. I remember when you brought it up. I brought it up with my partner, and
really?
she said, "Fuck no." She understands that someday I'm going to get a bike again.
Yeah.
I'm not at that stage yet, just because we're saving for other things. But I really wouldn't mind just getting another scooter again. I love that thing.
Jim Gilbert's has do you know the Vespa scooters?
Yes, I saw that. I looked up Kijiji that night.
Yeah.
And I saw it. It's like $6,000 though. Like almost.
You can get one for $4,000 and they have leasing options.
I could just pay that outright.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get a loan, and I guess if I wanted to improve my credit, like I would wait a couple paychecks, save up just for the scooter, excluding all the other shit I'm saving up for. And just do that before I get it. It might go away, but there's always going to be a scooter available.
Oh, always. We were thinking about that, but then the used one came up, so why not save a little bit for 3 years old?
Oh yeah. Fuck. Man, I find, and you're going to see this, I think, later on in the future. Like, used vehicles are going to be a lot more popular than new vehicles.
Well, yeah, considering you're paying over $20,000 for a Toyota, just a sedan.
Yeah. And I think, like, with the market, how everything's going to go with loans and stuff. Like, I'm not like a marketer in any of that shit. And I'm not saying we're going into like a recession or depression. But I have some really smart friends and some really good places. I'm not going to exactly say their job and how they go about it, but they're letting me know it's good to save. It won't be good to get big giant loans because even though interest rates are like really low right now, we're going to see like spikes.
Yeah.
Anyways, to like all the classy people out there watching this podcast or listening in, take it easy with your money is my personal recommendation. Not sure about you.
Keep it out of the bank.
Keep it out of the bank. Keep it underground in your backyard in a safe or, fucking chest.
So I went to the bank today to take the money out for the scooter.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to the teller and she's like, what are you here to do? And I'm like, I'd like to take out money to make a purchase. And then I tell her the amount, whatever. And she's like, well, we recommend, what's it called? Like where I give them their name and they transfer it, or they give me a sheet of paper.
Oh,
so it's not like cash. It's kind of like a check that's guaranteed.
Yeah, in case I don't know, if you got money robbed or something,
I believe.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm like, no, I'd rather just take it in cash. It's easier. He can count it. It's there. It's kind of hard to screw that up.
Cash is king, man. Cash is king.
But she's like, oh, you're not allowed to, or you're not afraid to walk around with that cash, like that amount of money? I'm like, no. Who's gonna rob me or know that I have cash on me? That was just a weird comment for her to make.
Except for her.
Yeah.
She's going to go like call her partner and be like, yo, this guy just took $4,000. He's leaving my bank right now. Can you make sure to go rob him?
That's what you do.
I think it's like, it's the fear. If you lose it, you're not getting it back. Like it's all on you. I think she was just trying to be nice. I don't think it's so much that she was trying to like the best interest for the bank is to like for you not to take physical cash out, because either way it's going to be taken out.
Yeah.
Unless they make some kind of weird interest on it or something I don't know about. Because most things, everything, big purchases that I've done, and all my big purchases have been used vehicles. I've literally taken the cash out of my bank and just given it to them, because I personally, in my experience, I've heard people say it doesn't really work nowadays, but I think cash is really king when you're coming in and saying, you know, I just want to pay this amount. After you do negotiating.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can still negotiate that stuff.
Oh, yeah, but it's still, if I sold something, I'd rather take cash. I'm still old school, e-transfer. Sometimes I know it's safe, but I feel like somebody could still screw me over somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, cash is just simple. You can't mess it up. You count it yourself, and then it's yours.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about all this silly interest stuff and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
It's car dealers are funny and fun to deal with. At least for me. I get very aggressive. And I remember when I was helping my partner get her car, and I went in and did all the negotiating. She said, I don't really know much about it. I don't even know how to look at a vehicle. Like when I did car detailing, I learned a lot of that from mechanics from where I worked. And I was lucky enough to kind of get that experience. And after I overlooked the car, I'm like, oh, it's a really good car. It's a pretty decent deal. I say we go for it. I bet we can get at least, maybe $2,500 to $1,500 off. So start negotiating with the guy. And this is like a small used car salesman. This isn't like, Ford GMC with used cars in the back lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we start with that. And it's surprising like how much it seems like you're really bickering back and forth. And he starts explaining like, well, we have a $500 cost on top of the work we've done with the paperwork and all that kind of jazz. And I remember he kept repeating that. And I got so fed up. I just said, I don't really care the amount of money you've put into there. You've told me the price you're trying to sell it. You're trying to upsell me and just add a price on top of it. That isn't my concern that you don't pay your employees to do the paperwork. And I remember I did the same thing at like a different car dealer for my car. I said, if I don't pay this, do you not pay your employees? He's like, no. Well, then I don't want to pay it. I was a bit of an asshole. Like I think maybe I'm a bit of an asshole when I go in dealing, but I'm not going to be friends with these guys.
Oh, they're not your friends. They just want your money.
They just want my money. I'm never going to, man, when you go it's funny because a lot of people have good experiences at car dealers because they're really nice. They're very welcoming. They give you coffee. They'll get you a donut. They have mints.
Yeah.
And they're super nice. They want you to do business there. They want your money. And there's a lot of little things to get a little more money out of you that add up.
But after you purchase the car, it's so hard to even get a hold of the salesperson that worked with you. My last car that I bought, I wanted to just call and check something out. But every single time I called, oh, he's busy. Oh, he's in a meeting. Oh, he's not in the office right now.
Oh my God.
When I first tried to look at the car, the second I called, he picked up.
It depends on the problem too. I think I exactly remember what car you're actually talking about.
Oh, there was.
We won't say the company. We won't say the company because next thing you know, we'll get sued by this big Japanese company. But anyways, I won't go into any more detail.
I was ready to make some formal complaints and see how far I can go up the chain.
Oh yeah, you had a horrible time. Well, they gave you a shitty vehicle. How about you explain what? Okay, say what vehicle it was, and what happened to it. I kind of forget. It was something with the engine.
Yeah, so I bought this 2014 Subaru WRX, and I took it out for a test drive. The guy selling it, he's like, yeah, I actually drove it in third gear for about half an hour worth of distance. I thought he was quite the idiot for doing that. Any logical person would know not to. But I was like, whatever, low mistake, car still runs good. So I buy it. Drove for about a week, not even, and then I hear the engine start knocking. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I take it to Subaru, and they're like, yeah, that's 100% engine knock. You got to take it, like, get it back to your dealer as soon as you can. Yep. Dealers take it. Like, okay, we'll take it to our technicians, and we'll see what we can figure out. I wait for about a week. I get no answer. So I start going in. And like, yeah, our technicians are still working on it. We're actually going to send it over to Subaru. I'm like, okay, whatever. Wait a couple days. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm just going to call Subaru. Subaru tells me they never received the car. So I'm getting pissy at this point. Like, you're lying to me. So I go back into the dealership, and they're saying, oh, actually, the car is at Subaru right now. So
it just got there that minute you showed up.
Yeah, I guess. Transportation via
couldn't drive. They couldn't drive it, right?
Well, no, because the engine's knocking. Like, you're blowing it up. So I'm like, okay, whatever. They kept lying to me. They're like, we can't do anything about it. You got to wait. We're working our hardest. Here's a loaner car. So I take the loaner car and I go home. I'm like, all right, whatever. At least I can drive something now. But why don't I call Subaru again?
Yeah.
So I call Subaru. Nope, car was never here. So holy, go back to the dealership. I'm like, why are you guys lying to me? And like, well, we're not in control of transport. We were told that the car's at Subaru. Yada yada yada.
Sure.
We'll send it tonight.
Yeah. So, well, what do you mean we'll send it tonight?
Yeah.
It's still in the back lot there, just in the junk pile.
Haven't even moved since the second I brought it in.
They're just trying to think of a way. How can maybe we can put like one of our shitty engines in that car, and he'll believe it.
Well, I feel like what happened at the beginning is they knew that the car was knocking, so they put some real rich and thick oil in there to kind of stop that sound. But after I drove it, I started hearing it. I got good hearing. But yeah, so after that day, I go home.
You know your cars.
A little bit. So I go home, and I got to go to work the next day. But I'm still nosy, so I call Subaru again the next day. And they're like, no, we haven't gotten anything yet, but we'll call you when we get it. So I'm like, holy, how, like, it's been 2 weeks now that they're trying to send the car to Subaru. It's a 2-minute drive down the road.
It's like the coronavirus delivery, how it's all been delayed.
Yeah.
It's absolutely slow, horrible. It says it's there, but it's not. It says it's been delivered, but it's actually still in transit, even though like the app can't match what the email says. But it wasn't like during that case, but yeah.
But yeah, so I'm at work and I'm starting to lose my patience. So I call my parents, and then they just go in just to kind of see what I'm working with, see what's going on, and see if they could help me out. Maybe they have respect for my parents more than they do for me. So my parents go in and they're like, oh yeah, actually the car just left to go over to Subaru.
Oh my God.
We'll have results by tomorrow. So my dad's like, okay, cool. So they leave. They're like, thank you. But my dad drives around their parking lot, and in the back he sees the car. So he starts freaking out. So my dad goes in just yelling for like whoever's in charge to like demanding for me to get my money back, because they're just lying to their faces like idiots.
Oh my God, they can't even hide the vehicle right. They're playing you like you're stupid.
Yeah. And I waited another 2 days, and then they call and like, yeah, if you want to, we can work something out, get you your money back.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
Did you get every cent back?
I got every cent back. Just I wasted almost a month. It took me almost 2 weeks to even get the car.
Man.
I went in and they did like a cred score or whatever. This would be my 6th car that I would have purchased, and
that's what I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that too.
Yeah, and they're like, no, you're going to need a cosigner. I'm like, okay, last car never, like I haven't had a cosigner since I was 18. So I'm like,
okay, whatever. Whore. That's all you are.
Yeah. So I took my dad in, and they're like, all right, cool. My dad's also, he's 50 something now. I believe he has all right credit. Nobody's going to not give him the opportunity to cosign.
Yeah.
He goes in, he signs the next day. They're like, yeah, actually, the bank called, and you two combined, we're not able to get the deal going because there's not enough credit. I'm like, are you serious? Who gets a cosigner but doesn't get accepted? Yeah. So my mom into it, and like, all right, that's okay. We're good. So it took me 2 cosigners to be able to purchase the car. After I got my money back, I went to a different dealership. In 3 days, I was approved with no cosigner.
Oh my God.
No logic.
How many? So you're on your 7th vehicle now.
Yeah. Well, let me do some quick math here.
Because I know you've had a lot of vehicles. I've been in a lot of vehicles with you that are all unique and different in their own ways, and you've done your own thing to them.
Yeah, I'd say the last one I purchased is number 7.
Number 7, man. Yeah. I've had, I would still only have 2 in my life if
really?
if my partner didn't total it. But anyways, I'm not here to think about the past and wonder where I would be without getting another new vehicle. But anyway, I'm on my 3rd vehicle, and you're on your 7th. Like, that's crazy.
Yes.
What was your first vehicle?
2008 Dodge Charger.
That was the gray one.
Yes.
Oh my God, you had and that was rear. The only problem with that, if I remember, that was like rear wheel drive, right?
Yes, and that was horrible for the winters. I would have kept the car. I would have still had it if it wasn't for the horrible traction.
Oh my God, I remember you telling me that, and you didn't have it in the winter, or if you, I couldn't recall if you were driving it a lot.
Mostly the summer.
Mostly summer. Well, I remember about the time you got your cars when I got my car about a year before, and I don't know if you remember that little piece of shit, but I loved it. Oh my God. I'll say what it is. It was a Toyota Echo 2003 manual transmission. And if you ever seen this car, like everyone knows this was like the high school car or the first beat me up car. Like this was literally a clown car. Like I'll put a picture up in the video here if you're watching on YouTube, but like a Toyota Echo is like a Yaris, and that's a quite popular car that probably a lot of people know what it is. But imagine it being about the same size, but not as nice, really cheap, but it works like a dream. Like I beat the shit out of that car. Like I took that thing out back riding in like the woods area, dirt roads. I remember I hit a huge fucking bump and I popped the tire, did something to the thing. Don't even know what the thing is. I just remember it wasn't working properly. Super cheap fix. Super cheap to run. And I remember when the transmission and the clutch went, I said, you know what? I fixed the transmission. And then after the clutch went about 6 months later, I said, you know what? I think it's time. It's time for it to die. God, I love that vehicle. You know what? I'll even I probably still have a photo somewhere. I'll post a video or the photo of my old Toyota Echo. God, I miss that thing.
Why do you like going towards the smaller vehicles instead of an SUV? Or is that because Because price-wise?
Well, for me, like I was still in high school and I still had the scooter, but the issue was like I was getting tired of like the fall, winter, and spring. It was too cold. And I would ride my scooter up until like the end of August, hitting November. And like if you people don't understand like the weather conditions of where we are, it gets fucking cold. It gets cold fast. Our summers are they're really hot, but they're really short. And our winters are like, like 8 months. And I rode that thing until the end of November or the end of October, even a little into November. And I would try to keep riding it until like the first snowfall. And I would wear like layers of gloves. Like I remember I had like the dollar store mittens with my leather gloves over top of them. And they were like super snug fit. And I'd have like all the layers on me and crap. The only thing that would really get cold was my face. I didn't have like a full face one. I just had the helmet and I had a pair of goggles. And I had like a really cheap mask. And it was hard. I remember starting that thing in the morning was hard. It did not want to run.
One of those kickstarts?
No, luckily. It did have a kickstart, but it was electric start.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, that thing, it was like begging, like, please put me away. I am not made for these conditions.
Where did you store it?
We had I was living with parents at the time, of course, and we'd store it during the winter. They had like a rented storage unit.
Oh, okay.
Where we put like just random shit. And scooters aren't big. You don't need a lot of room. Like they're easy to store. They're practically like 3 bikes.
About, yeah.
In one, yeah. But yeah, that was my first vehicle. My first like real vehicle, yeah, I guess, the scooter. But my first real vehicle as in common car was a Toyota Echo.
Good little thing. I remember it.
God, I remember. And the worst part is it didn't have AC.
My dad's car, the AC's broken. It's not bad, but you really start to appreciate the things that you have when you start driving a car with no AC.
Especially like the last couple days.
Holy 40 degrees almost with humidity.
Oh, and we're supposed to get thunder, but I'm waiting for that because thunder just gets really humidity like that. Like, I just been waiting for a good thunderstorm.
Well, I was hoping we'd catch it while hiking. That's the best time to
to view it and see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
It's called Bald Peak Mountain.
Oh, nice. What were you? What were you and your partner doing up there?
Fucking.
Yeah. Just fucking. Yeah, I'm not gonna even play around it.
Right in the woods.
Fuck you, Kyle. Fucking right in the woods in front of the bears.
Yeah. Do you and your significant other go hiking a lot?
Oh, we do. We like to swim. We like to swim.
Do you like swimming in waterfalls?
Yeah.
There's some good ones that I know that we should definitely go to.
Well, I went hiking in the Fun Day Trail there about 2 weeks ago with a couple friends there. We saw beautiful waterfalls.
There's a 4-day trail, 4 to 5 day trail that you can do at the Fundy one.
Well, I got all the time in the world right now, so probably a good time to do it.
It would be.
I think like during this whole thing with Corona, I think people have really realized, like I have all this time on my hand. You've either done one or two things. You've either tried to pursue something or are doing something that you really enjoy and you never had time to do it, or you're just sitting on your ass doing shit all and you're just playing your games, watching your TV, finishing the Netflix series and watching stupid shit on Netflix like what we were talking about before.
I just feel like that would get so old after the first month at least. I can't watch Netflix for more than a couple hours and then I just lose it.
Like I haven't turned on Netflix in like 2 weeks and I was quite surprised. Like I turned it on 2 weeks ago just to finish BoJack Horseman. Not sure if you ever watched that. It's a pretty good animated series. Very much like Adult Swim. If you ever heard of Adult Swim, their channel.
No, I haven't.
No, okay. It's very adult, animated or cartoon shows. Like, you ever hear of like Rick and Morty and South Park?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't usually watch them, but
that kind of theme. BoJack isn't so much about. It's about comedy, but not really. It's about like a lot of big things in life and how, you know, fame gets to a person and all this kind of jazz. Like, I'm not going to go into detail about the show, but the point of what I'm saying is, like, I haven't turned on Netflix until like 2 weeks ago, just to finish like the series of BoJack Horseman.
That's good though.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a lot more lately. Like, I'm drinking? This week I've been drinking a lot more too. Been drinking more every episode. It's funny enough. First episode was 1 beer. Second episode was about 1 before and 1 when we had one. Now I'm up like a cider, 2 shots of vodka, and now I'm on a tall boy. So I'm doing pretty good. By the time we get to the 50th episode, you might want to call it like AA for me. The only way I can get creative is if I drink. No, sounds like a lot of like talented actors, or like big rock stars. I can't make a song unless I'm high, man. Yeah. Or, you know, make a song at least. I forget where I was going with that.
We've just been more productive.
We've been more productive. Like this week, my goal. We have so many fucking coffee mugs here. It's not that I collect them, but it's not that I fucking collect them. But like, we have so many coffee mugs, and I'm like, they're all unique. I should make a coffee mug stand. Like, I'm gonna get a couple pieces of board, put some you know, hooks on them, and you're gonna put like 20 coffee cups on them.
Man, we have a lot too.
Oh yeah, are they like different, or are they all the fucking same?
They're all different. My lady has at least 15 or 20 that are just like, I don't even know.
You mean your boyfriend?
Oh yes.
You can be truthful here. It's okay. It's a different man. It's a much more open world.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I mean, you're the one saying my partner.
I know. Yeah. I always like. I don't know. I've always said that, and I remember. God, that reminds me of a story when I was at work, and I don't remember if you were even there, but that's when one of the waitresses, it was a dude, and he was talking to me most of the night, and I knew his manager. I graduated with her, and he was talking to me. He's like, you know, we should grab a beer. I'm like, yeah, we'll grab beer. He was like a really cool dude to talk to.
Was he gay?
Oh yeah. I didn't know. I like my gaydar, as a lot of people call it. For me, whenever I tell these stories, I got a couple stories of these that I just don't pick up the clues. But I think it's a guy thing as well. Like, guys just don't know, even when women are like, you know, we should grab a coffee. You know what? Yeah, maybe we should grab a coffee. You know, I'm busy this weekend. Like, you're not picking up the jazz of like, she wants to go to coffee with you tomorrow night and probably fuck you. You should probably do that. No, like
idiots.
Yeah, we don't realize that stuff. But anyways, like, I was at work. He was at work, and he was serving. I was doing security, and he was talking to me the whole night. He's like, grab a beer. I'm like, yeah, we got to grab beer, man, blah, blah, blah. And right when he leaves, and he's like, it was good to talk to you, man. I hope we grab that drink soon. And it kind of threw me off the way he said it. I didn't take it much, or I didn't, like, you know, think about it too hard. And then Courtney came up to me, and she said, Kyle, I didn't know you were gay. I'm like, I'm not fucking gay. What do you mean? I said, why do you assume that? I said, I have a partner of so many years. And she was like, oh, you didn't realize? Realize what? He was hitting on you all night. He wanted to grab a drink with you and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I just led this guy on.
That's funny. And you just ghosted him, I'm assuming?
Well, no, he I'm assuming she mentioned to him what I said to her, and he never contacted me, which was for the better, because I feel like we would have had a beer, and then all of a sudden he would have touched my leg or something. I'd be like, bro,
That would have been an awkward conversation.
What are you doing right now? You ever had those? You're a cute looking guy, man. I'm sure you've had that.
Some nights when you're drinking.
Yeah, when I drink, I get feely. That's for sure.
Physical, for sure.
Oh yeah, I get physical because I love you. I just love you. You're like my little son.
Yep.
It's hard for me. I don't know. Like for me, like me getting drunk with really close friends. I feel like it's not just me. I'm sure if it's you guys out there, make a comment below because I don't feel like I don't want to feel like I'm alone here or feel like I'm the drunk idiot. But anytime I drink with really close friends, I'm like touching you.
You're just hugging you.
I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just a loving drunk. Yeah, you want to talk about like silliness, man? How about we talk about your experience at a camp?
I believe we talked about that last episode, rolling down the hill.
Rolling down the hill, that's right.
Yep.
Oh my god. You're one to talk. You're one to talk. Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah, I was talking to Aaron.
Oh, nice.
And he's hoping to take some vacation, come back and hang out again.
Nice. When were you talking to him? I think he messaged me the other day.
About a week ago or so.
Yeah, we were talking about The Last of Us. We're really excited for that game. I know we already talked about it, but I'm really excited for The Last of Us Part 2. Brought to you by... No, just JK. That'd be cool if we were sponsored by a game company. Naughty Dog.
I was thinking about it. We should try to get sponsored by Bubbly.
Bubbly?
Bubbly. I have
the water?
Yes, the fizzy water.
Why do you say that? You like the water, eh?
I've been addicted to Bubbly for the past month.
I remember when I started seeing them about maybe half a year ago. Everyone had them.
Everyone I've met hates them. They think it's gross. I love them.
I don't like them.
No?
No. I think it's too sweet. I think with fizzy water, I call it fizzy water. I don't know what the fuck everyone, or fancy water. Whatever the fuck anyone.
Sparkling club soda.
What the fuck ever. I just call it fizzy water. Fizzy water or fancy water. I just get the store brand. Like to me, Bubbly is too sweet. Like there's too much flavor in there.
I don't even know. I tried looking and it didn't really tell me much about how they get their flavor.
They don't want you to know.
No, there's 0 calories, 0 anything, even if you look at the ingredient list.
Man, we'll start a conspiracy right now. Bubbly is fucking hiding some shit. Like, what's that? There's a water brand too.
Oh yes, they put salt in their water.
Yeah, it starts with D, doesn't it?
Yes.
Dasani?
Maybe that might be it.
I think it's Dasani. Like I remember there was a big thing of like, I wish I had one with me. They like every time you open it, it makes a fizzy sound. Like there's carbonated in it, and there's bubbles and shit in it. Like I've seen that before. And I remember someone told me, "Don't drink it; it'll lower your sperm count." I'm like, "Fuck! It's radiating my balls."
Man, what's crazy? We have the largest supply of fresh water in the world. Our toilet water is literally our drinking water, but we buy it from the States in bottles.
Oh my god. Water, man, the water market, that's a fucking mafia market, man.
I couldn't imagine being somewhere in Mexico or a city where they just don't have access to hot water right now. Like we just turn on the tap and we got fresh water, but
oh, you mean like in like pouring
to drink through COVID?
I can't even imagine it either.
Like we think we have it hard. All we can't buy is some toilet paper. Like they can't even get water.
Man, I laugh at people that don't tend to drink out of the tap. At least here, like anywhere you go where we live, you can drink out of the tap.
Yeah, like maybe filter it to help a bit with some of the chlorine. But besides that, it's healthy water.
It's healthy water. I drink it out of the tap. Like I don't personally give a shit. The only reason we have like a Brita filter is to have it in the fridge and it'd be nice and cold.
I want to get a ice machine.
Ice machine, man.
They have it at Costco, and I've been trying to convince my lady to purchase it for the past 2 months. Yeah, but she's like, oh, we don't need that.
So, oh man, how's that work? Like you just plug it in and you put it in the corner somewhere and it makes ice.
Yeah, it's like the one at work. You just put water in it and it makes ice and it just falls in the basket. Yeah.
Oh, bro, I was just asking. Man, I was looking up how like reusable ice cubes.
I hate those. Those are okay. They melt really easy, but I hate making ice cubes in the freezer.
I do too.
You gotta put water in it. You spill it everywhere, and by the time you have one drink, there goes half of your ice cubes.
Man, I bet there's so many people that probably relates to us right now. Like
100%.
I hate, and I always forget to refill it. Like when I use like half a tray, I'm like, I don't want to refill half a tray because what if I want more ice cubes later?
Exactly. What a pain.
Oh my God. Talk about like first world problems, eh?
Water.
Just talking about people can't even get clean water in their kitchen. Man, fucking ice cube maker at Costco?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
It's only $100 too. Not a bad price.
How much is it?
$100.
Oh, fuck.
I know. I walked.
Man, I'm gonna look up a YouTube video on this. I want to see, like, you guys send me this brand, and I gotta watch a YouTube video and see if it's even worth my time.
That's such a nice thing about today. You can, whenever you want to purchase something, pop a YouTube video on. You know everything about it by the end of it, and you can make a pretty informed decision at the end of the day.
Yeah, the one thing is, I find with like today's world on reviews and such, like whenever I considered like doing a really good review on Amazon on a product I really enjoyed or I really hated, it's funny because I don't think I think that's like a restaurant issue as well with reviews. I forget what that's called. There's a word for it, but people don't tend to do reviews on restaurants unless they had a really good time or they had a horrible time. They never do a review and be like, you know what? I'll give it 2.5 stars. It was good, but it was slow. The waiter was a bit of a bitch, but the food was really good. So I'll give it half out of 5 stars. And a lot of people don't do that. Like, it's not even worth their time.
No, I noticed that on Amazon. It's usually when I'm clicking a product and like there's 5-6% of 2-3 stars, and the majority is 5 and 4, and then the 1 stars.
Yeah,
if it's a product that goes back and forth.
Like the only reason and the only reviews that I see that are like in between are app reviews. And the reason I think that is because, man, I really enjoy the app. It does everything I want it to do, but it's got this one thing I don't like. And what they hope, and I think what they actually hope is if I give it only 2.5 stars out of 5, and I tell them I love the app, would be 5 stars, if only. Like, only it didn't have ads, or only if it didn't do this, or only if it didn't crash like once in a blue moon. Like, that's the only I think that's the only time I actually see like reviews that are in between is when they're like, I don't like this one thing about it, but I love everything else about it. So I won't give you 5 stars until you fix it.
I heard there was a problem with Google reviews a while ago. Companies were just paying these people to pretty much fake their Google review for the business.
Man, I've heard of businesses like, I'm not going to say who I've worked for and stuff in the past, but what they do is they report bad reviews. Like, if you're a major company, it probably doesn't matter as much, but companies will report bad reviews, and people that work for these kinds of employers will definitely know this. They report bad reviews and they get them gone, and Google will trust your word for it.
Man, I watched this one video about locksmiths in Toronto, and it was people scamming, saying that this is their business and they're a locksmith company, when in reality it was just buddy down the street or a different company saying, like, just making up random stores on Google. and they were just overpriced and overcharging people $200 to just unlock a door with whatever. But yeah,
or just lying to them because the door could have been easily unlocked by a decent, picker, like a lock picker, but they couldn't do it. They were just bullshitting and just saying, well, I got to actually screw through it. Don't you want to ask about my ID if I live here?
Yeah,
nah, I trust you. Yeah, I saw the exact same one.
And then they go try to look for the shops, but it's just either an empty parking lot or some random store.
Yeah. It's horseshit about that stuff.
And it was just driven by fake Google reviews.
Yeah. Man, like, it's amazing what you can pay for and get done when it comes to, like, I'm not sure where they hired these people, but I'm sure they're like somewhere, like I've heard about certain places in India or China, and somehow they get all these kinds of comments and reviews and they pay for that. So it's interesting.
A problem with that for me is when I go to purchase something and I only see very skeptical reviews, it gets me a little worried if the product's actually real or if it's just some type of scam. Like you said, they pay somebody in a weird country to make some good reviews just to sell the product, but it's actually a horrible product.
Yeah, no. I've seen that on Amazon. You can usually pick them out because the reviews will be like, works great, love it, would never trade it for the world. I'm like, what the fuck? And sometimes the absolute language for it is horrible. Like the punctuation.
Oh,
like,
it's funny.
I'm not saying I'm a fucking I can spell and all that fancy shit, but I'm just saying you can really point it out.
Yeah.
No. That stuff is unfortunately it's hard to filter that because there's so much of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get a really good review that's decent, like there's one thing I do for Amazon, I guess, to help them out because I enjoy certain products of theirs or, what I can get off of Amazon through other companies. Sometimes I get a notification in my phone. It was like, do you have an answer for this question? And I think that's one of the really nice features about Amazon. That's like,
I enjoy that.
What's
feature.
the size, or what does it actually fit? And I tell them, I'm like, it actually fits this, or I would say the durability on this product is extremely good.
Well, if anything, when I go to purchase a product, I go to the review section, and when I can read the comments and there's people asking questions, I take that more in consideration than the actual reviews.
Yeah. No, it really helps when you're like, sometimes like there's certain products in the past I know that I've looked at and I was like, you know what, I'm going to check the reviews, or check YouTube, check the reviews on YouTube. And I love YouTube for the reviews. Like it's nice to kind of see that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then it totally changes your idea for the product. And you're like, you know what? He recommended maybe looking at this one. And I go look in that, and then I get that one instead.
Yeah, unless they're paid by the company to say, oh, it's a great product.
Oh, yeah. Unless they're like, you know what? Brought to you by.
Yeah.
You should try this for your gaming PC. Like, I've seen that quite a few times. And that kind of drives me up the wall a little, too, because the issue is, like, even with game reviews, I find...
like, there's a very few people that I will watch for a game review because most of them make a profit by saying something good about the game. They can shit on the game, but as long as they still sell it at the end of the day, they make the money.
As long as they're like, you know what, they have to say something bad, right? They can't be like, oh, it's the best game in the world. It's no other fucking game can even compare to it. You can't really do that. You'd at least like, it does this good. It gets a 9 out of 10. The only reason it's bad is because, I don't know, it lags a little sometimes because when there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't trust those reviews that are like, From Software or whatever company gave me this game, the review. I don't like that. I think it's better if you buy the game and then review it with your own money.
I saw this video this morning about these Pablo Escobar phones, and it's a weird company that pretty much scams people, and they take Apple phones and Android phones and put a sticker on the back that says, it's a gold sticker, and it says like Pablo Escobar phone.
Oh my God.
But they also ship you a book when they send the phone. But some people don't get the phone and they only get the book. So when people go to report it, then the company's like, oh, this is the tracking number. It says you received it. But they just received a stupid book about Pablo Escobar.
Oh my God. Look at him.
I saw a review this morning that two tech review guys said, do not buy this phone because it's just a scam, even though they got sent the phone for free.
Even though they actually got the phone.
Yeah.
Man, selling drugs, selling books, selling phones. The company's trying to change, man. They're trying to expand. Although I'm not sure that it's not actually a company, but you know what I mean, like the drug lords there.
Yeah.
Let's not talk much more of them. I don't want them coming to my door, you know, scratching my car and shit.
Yeah, we'll get swatted.
Get swatted. God. Man,
I'm glad that was a big thing on YouTubers or streamers.
Twitch.
So many people got swatted. I think 4 or 5 years ago.
They would find, like, it's funny how far certain people will go to figuring out where the fuck you are, like where you live. Like, they're not even fans. They just want to be a dick.
Well, that's how they found the guy on Don't Fuck with Cats on Netflix.
Yeah, that's a good series everyone should watch. Well, maybe not everyone. That, to me, it was even... I remember, oh man, we won't say much to ruin it, but it involves kitties, little cats, and a psycho that happens to be in Canada. That fucks with cats
and people,
and he fucks with people, and it's not good. And there's certain things that give you away to where you live, where you are, and people will find out. Like, some people are fucking determined. Like, not even to have a good reason. They're just determined.
Well, it's just crazy now. Everything you have is connected some way or another. Your phone, your watch, your laptop is all connected to each other. They send signals back and forth. You can take a picture, and that can get your address on there. So it's not hard to find people these days, which is kind of terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, well, like, it'd be easy to find me. Like, I'm wearing a shirt right now that says like Canada on it, so that's going to give me away of where I am in the world. They don't really necessarily, like, if they really wanted to find out what province I'm in and stuff, they could probably go off of what we said. But
or YouTube. I'm sure there's a way to backtrack where somebody posted something from.
I'm sure, maybe now, because I think that's where the cat killer was like posting it. It was on YouTube, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, I believe.
Yeah.
And then people were looking at their power sockets and everything. It was really good documentary. I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah. We should talk about that more like the next episode. I think that'd be a good topic.
Yes, we're actually reaching about 50 some minutes on this one. So
oh man, I didn't even I don't think I even touched my book today.
No, we're going straight off the noggin.
Straight off the noggin. Well, I think this is a good time to end it better than ever.
Yes, we don't want to get too lengthy here.
So thank you, all you cool guys and cool girls. This is Gentleman's Cool Cats and Kittens. This is Gentleman's Corner podcast with your two great hosts. Make sure you subscribe down below. I didn't mention that in the last couple episodes. I told myself I was going to mention it because we're desperate. We're desperate for you to subscribe. We want to keep going.
This is going to make us millions one day, and we'll be able to get some good people on the show, make it very entertaining, and go far with it. We're also on Spotify now. Nice. And we're gonna try to be on Apple Podcast one day.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. Apple will approve us. I demand it. I have all their products. God damn it. All the money I've spent in that company, they better put us on there. All right. See you later, guys.
See you guys. We'll see you next Monday.
next Monday.